Guys, welcome back to the Football Fan Zone for another exciting episode. I for one had a lovely weekend. How about you guys? How was your weekend?
It was good. I watched Liverpool win against Como.
Yeah,
I don't
Liverpool
think
won.
any other football happened this weekend.
Okay, good. Uzo, how about you? How's your weekend?
Yeah,
Talk.
nice 3-0 win against Hoffenheim. Then we played them again, and I think 3-2, maybe 4-2. Not that that score means anything. Um, not saying anything, I'm just saying the score. But, nice weekend, got to see the new signings debut and you nice kick about with the boys. What can I say?
How about you, George?
Man, we lost the Amorim derby. So I will tell you this: that loss, Amorim helped us. He did
It
something for us.
helps you.
Oh, that's the new stage, huh? That's the new format.
He did something for us that you guys don't know, but don't worry, we'll talk about it now.
Oh, there is actually
George, you can't afford to miss this next episode.
You cannot.
no, you can't. All right.
We
Well,
get it, we get it.
before we dive into the episode, actually, we want to welcome back Uzo. We haven't seen him in 3 months. We missed him last episode because he had technical issues. His laptop takes almost a day to charge, so we had to remind him before this episode to charge the laptop.
Go find me a new laptop, man. Come on. What's
It's
Adam's not paying us, so Adams is hogging all the money, all the ad
Adams,
revenue.
Adam's worse than Ineos, bro.
We're
Adam's
slaving,
worse than
bro.
Ineos.
Ever since Adams took over this platform, the lunch ladies aren't eating. Everybody he's cut the budget in half.
Adams is
Yeah,
back.
I couldn't
Are we-
afford
are
haircuts,
we-
so I had to tie durag. This is
Aren't we supposed to have gear? Where's our gear? Adam's, where's our gear
Hey,
not
bro,
selling?
just so Adams knows, I'm not part of this slander. Adams is like Don Robbie. Next week now, we'll see fire back here, bro. Please.
word on the street is Adams has invested all his money to try to buy Todd Bully out of Chelsea.
Adam's,
Yeah,
man.
man. But also, what are you up to during the World Cup? Talk to us. We haven't seen you in a bit. What's been going on?
Yeah, it's funny because I actually prepared a short intro for this season of Football Fan Zone. Right, it's a very very short intro, but it's what's been on my mind all summer. Right, the first thing I want to say, and it's gonna be short. It's gonna be 3 minutes max. The first thing I want to say is we apologize, Arsenal fans. You guys were right. You were all right. Football has changed. I think I was watching the World Cup, and it genuinely felt like, for the first time ever, I was like, you know what? I think Arteta was way ahead of his time. The nature of the sport has actually changed. It has become more rigid. It has become more regimented. Set pieces, the details, everything is more important than it ever was. And I found myself for the first time thinking talent alone is not enough to get you over the line. We saw how many crazy scorelines at the World Cup. Teams, countries that never could have fathomed to get certain results, go out there and get these results consistently. We saw Argentina on the brink of elimination multiple times, and it's because every single player on every single team is well drilled and regimented in the most minuscule detail. And I think that for better or worse, love it or hate it, old ball, new ball, whichever side you fall on, this is the game that we're playing. So you have to adapt and you have to excel at it. The second thing I wanted to say is we are now in the era of rivalry, not hate. So we've left the hatred behind. It's now time for rivalry. Why? Pep is gone. Klopp is gone. There's nobody coming to save you. You don't want your neighbors to rack up trophies on your head. You have to do it yourself. You don't want Arsenal to win. You got to do it yourself. You don't want Liverpool to win. You got to do it yourself. United fans, no more of those days of a city united. The city is divided. The city is done. It's the Maresca era. Everybody has to put on their boots and go to work just like everybody else. And the last thing is, like I said in my first point, adaptation. I feel like it's enough of whining. We're going into a new season. I don't want to come on this podcast episode after episode whining about, oh, they pushed my goalie on a set piece. Oh my God, they blocked off our run. Adapt. The people doing it are humans just like you. They train just like you. They got the same 24 hours. You can go into your training ground and learn how to do it better than them. At the end of the day, if you're talented, if you have the drive, you have the passion, the work ethic to go get things done, go get it done. So something you would never hear me say, shout out to Arsenal. You were right all along. We were wrong. It's time for us all to catch up, and let's have a good season.
You know, and this is George. Let me see you clap.
I agree. I agree 100% on all of it.
You know what? This is why we need Uzo on this platform. Voice of reason. I've not heard this much truth since the last time I went to church. Like that was too much truth. And you know, since we have Uzo in, seems like a very good mood. We did something last episode where we went around and we asked one simple question. Basically, next season, Tottenham, how are you feeling? Are you confident? Are you delusional? Or are your expectations tempered for next season? And this doesn't have to be like winning a trophy or anything, but how do you feel going into the season with what you have right now?
I think I'm confident, I'm satisfied, I'm happy, but I'm very close to delusional, and I need just a couple more signings in, and then I'll go full delusional and be on the train of success. I don't think De Zerbi is a cup manager, so the whole just get a small trophy on the side thing, we're no longer in that era. It's not going to happen. He's not Ange. He's not Conte. He's not any of these guys that's going to just try to pick something up. For better or worse, he's just going to play the way he's going to play no matter the occasion. And I think that lends itself more to high league positions, consistent Champions League appearances, and maybe the odd title challenge if everybody is down or everybody else is in transition. Where I will get delusional is if we get a couple attacking signings in, be it Gakpo or Savinho, whoever. I like the links. I think for the first time in our club's history, all summer, we haven't been linked to a single player where I'm just like, everything has been like, you know what I mean? I haven't been like, I haven't had a single link in our group chat where they were bringing up old links from like 2024, 2023. Samuel Illing Jr., Longley. These are the guys that we've been. So it's like times are different. You see, I wore my suit because Enoch deposited something into my account too. They said, you know what I mean? Because I can't be out here looking ragged. You see how George is looking, his jerseys droop. He's not even, that's the Ineos era. They're taking money from George. Listen, we got the bread. We're good. We're good. Pay up or shut up. You know, we're here. We're here to compete. So it's been a very exciting summer. I feel like I'm really close to delusional. I watched our last friendly, and I think that the setup is perfect. I think who I'm the most excited about is Tonali, because I feel like we finally have somebody that has the engine to get up and down the pitch forever. He played 90 minutes in a meaningless friendly, and he was still barging around the field in like the 90th minute. So he's perfect. He's exactly who I thought he would be. Maybe not technical or passing, whatever, but we know he's going to get around that pitch and he's going to make life hell. So, yeah, very excited. I'm very confident. I can't wait for predictions.
And I wanted to rope in George here, right? One quick Tottenham question for you, George, is again, I feel like we need to ask you this because you guys are maybe not the pioneers of one game a week, but we've seen what playing once a week and signing proven players can do for a team, which is kind of what the approach Tottenham use, right? You go get you players that have been in the league and Tonali doesn't need a month. You won't say, oh yeah, he needs 1 month to learn this. No, he's a proven player. What do you think the ceiling is?
All 5 signings actually are
all 5 signings are linked to all Prem players. So George, what do you think the ceiling should be for Tottenham this season?
For Spurs, for me, honestly, that attack doesn't do anything for me. So, like,
For the attack, Slat starts in that attack.
it's just in this.
I'd
league,
have him. I'd have
It's
him.
just in this league, you need players that will just score random goals or like just win you games just from the attacking front. And I know their midfield is good, but I just can't see Spurs. Honestly, like I think they will be top 6. I think so, but they won't be top 4 for me because
The attack.
they don't have that attack to get into the top 4. But I can see them making top 6 just because they have Mateus and Tonali.
Like,
I'm right there with you on that, by the way. Like, no disagreement.
yeah, the attack is interesting.
But where I would push back though is I don't think you need a good attack. I mean, look at Arsenal. I think the blueprint is just control. Like I don't think you need a great attack to be successful in this league because again, the sport has changed.
But Arsenal's case is different. Like they don't even. I don't know what they're playing, but it's working.
It's a different sport.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a completely different sport.
Hey, guys, let's not too much on. You're about to make Uzo go back to Arsenal.
No. That actually was a compliment. I think if you can win the percentages in this league, you're going to be just fine. Like Arsenal scored the most goals last season.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
the goals are going to come from somewhere.
How did that happen?
We don't know where they come from, but they will come from somewhere.
Set piece 25%.
I wanted to ask Riam more of a fun question. Riam, do you think this is the season that Tottenham get 3 points during the North London Derby?
Wow.
That question is, I think outside of me, Chip, Orlando, and Uzo, I feel like you are very interested in this game because you watch and follow the games almost like you support one of either of the teams.
Almost like, right?
The coveted soft spot for my North London boys, right?
No, and to be honest, Real does have a soft spot for both teams.
I like Tottenham. I do. I like Tottenham.
For both
No,
teams.
we're not gonna do this. He
No,
does not.
no.
I knew the real Riam after the whole
I'm
thing
saying
that
is,
happened
no,
with Diaz. And
No,
the goal
the
getting
negative
canceled.
Riam comes out. No, the negative Riam comes out.
No,
Riam,
I'm not having
trust
that.
me, trust
The
me.
soft spot only goes to one.
Listen, Chuk saw me after Arsenal came to Anfield, drew
I'm saying,
2-2.
yeah,
Listen, he's got it 2 from me. But
Yeah, bro, everybody gets it from him. George got it from him last week.
Listen, you said it. It's a new season, right? It's a fresh
rivalry.
start, right? Rivalries. Yeah, it's not hatred, just rivalries.
So, Riam,
Yeah.
do you think this is the season that Tottenham finally get 3 points? The last 3 points was the 3-0 in 2022, the one that got us out
Wow.
before.
Yeah.
Do you think this season they finally win one of the games?
I don't know. I don't know if they'll win. I think they will take points off of you, though. At least in the what's your stadium called? The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Is that what it's called?
It's still called that, yeah.
Yeah. So the new White Hart Lane, I guess to say. I think they'll take points off you there because there was the game a couple years ago. I think you were wearing the black kit, Chooks. It finished 1-0 at the Tottenham Stadium, and actually that was very close. I thought Tottenham were going to get a result there. Didn't quite work out. I think they've got a very, very good defense this year. The midfield pivot is fantastic, and actually, I'll say, I don't think your attack is so bad, especially if you get Gakpo and Savinho in.
No, you can't say if.
Okay, all right. So fine. All right, I'll say right now, you have Kudus, who's not terrible.
Not fit.
All right.
He hasn't played a second in preseason.
Okay, fine.
We're going based on like who's fit. Like
Good. They have Richarlison is our main striker right now.
Andy Robertson crossed to Richarlison, and I got excited, definitely.
Bro, you guys
10 goals?
You have one of Riam's cultivates. Yeah. He's
Robertson?
captain. Yeah, Robertson.
we don't know that he's gonna be starting week in, week out though.
Because you're doggy, right? And you want to talk about fitness? Yeah, Robertson's starting.
He's also not fit, right? Exactly. So yeah. But yeah, no, he's not part of the attack. We're talking about just the front three.
All right. So to answer your question, I don't think they'll win a North London derby game. I think they'll get a draw in one of them, which I think is a good result for them. And they're going to start winning a lot of those like bottom half of the league teams. Definitely take a few. I could see them taking points off Liverpool in the Tottenham Hotspur game, honestly. I I'm excited for them. I'm really excited for Tottenham, honestly. I've been excited. I watched Tonali and I see Fernandez. I am very, very excited to watch them this season.
What I would say, at least for me, at least me being very objective, the one thing that their squad doesn't scare me, I feel like it's the manager. Because he multiple times he has dunked on us when he was at Brighton. I've never really liked him, and I feel like he's just the kind of guy you need for these derby games. Like I saw him towards the end of their relegation fight, very animated. And the first game actually is going to be at the Tottenham Stadium for the first time in the life. I feel like we always play the Emirates one first and then that one second. But yeah, they're for sure a team to watch for next season. I think we can segue into the Community Shield, and I'm gonna start with you, George, right? Because I know the city has been divided or was together. I don't know whichever one it is, but I know you were, at least before the game, you were looking forward to see what City will look like. What's your um what's your assessment of the game?
I think I think before even that game, on the last podcast, I made a statement when we were doing like our, soft predictions. I literally said, I said, City, they don't have nothing going like. And after I said that, there's a guy in the comments that was like, "Oh, United fans are a joke," or when it comes to Manchester City predictions. So now that you played the Community Shield, you see, you see that I'm right and you're
Bro,
wrong.
these are two episodes in. He's already fighting. He's already fighting.
No,
George,
they think I'm not seeing
never change, bro.
they think I'm not seeing the comments, but I see everything. So don't worry. I'll go back and I'll reply to that comment. But but honestly, man, like Manchester City, like you've lost Rodri, you've lost Pep Guardiola. Like not many teams can lose like an integral part of their team and then just next season be the same. Like I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. They have to go through a period where like they find themselves, and Arsenal's way too strong right now. And we saw the way the way I wasn't even able to turn the game. I got notification Arsenal 1-0. I was like, wow. So what's the point of even watching the game? My assessment is just City, I don't think they'll do anything this season, like in terms of the league. I didn't see anything in that Arsenal game. That defense, the defenders, everybody just doesn't look organized just because Pep left. Now nothing's organized. They still have the same players. It's just I don't know. Maybe the coaching is Maresca hasn't rallied them up yet. I don't know what's going on, but I told you guys this. You don't just lose Pep and lose Rodri and just expect to be the same next season. So I think their ceiling is top four. I don't see them getting one. I don't see them challenging for the title. I think other teams are better placed to do that. So I think my assessment, just from one game is fair. So
Yeah, and for you, I think a different question. I know you've been on you've had this third eye view about City since they lost KDB, and I mean some people will say the Community Shield is a friendly or not a friendly, but from what you watched, right? Do you think Man City are in trouble, or is it just an overreaction?
I mean, full disclosure, I didn't watch the game. I woke up I think I woke up right as the third goal was getting scored. And so like I looked up, I was like 3-0. And then I tuned in and it's just passing around at that point. And I was like, okay, so fair enough. One thing I will say from reviewing extended highlights and kind of like just breaking down the data, I think it's a little unfair to say, oh, bad City. I think it was also really good Arsenal because like I was looking at the midfield combinations. I was looking at the chance creation, the verticality. I was looking at Zolis and his like incredible decision making. And I'm like, man, you take out a guy like Noni and you put Saka there, and this Zolis guy looks like he would be the perfect complement to the attack because he's very touch. What's the word that the tacticals use? Touch economy, right? He doesn't need a million touches.
Efficient. Don't need
Yeah,
to.
the tiniest touches, he's okay. He's going to make the most of it. And you need that kind of guy that's just a guy, right? But he will just do something every now and then. I think it was really good Arsenal. It was really scary Arsenal, and they announced themselves. For City, they are in trouble, but it's not because of that game. I don't think I think they're still yet to have a good performance in the entire preseason. So that's one part of that. The second part of that is they haven't been good for 2.5 years. Why are we acting like this is new? They've been bad. Forget about this Pep is leaving. Even while Pep was there, they were bad. The documentary coming out is going to show how he's been yelling at these guys for 2.5 years to raise the standards, and they've been telling him, we just don't got it, boss. And he quit. He quit because he can't get through to them. That's just the reality. He's got a bunch of guys. I was telling Chooks this off camp. Since KDB left, his Mavericks like that left, he doesn't have the guys that can take on that personality on the pitch. And that's when, as a manager, like your real kind of like metal gets tested. And if we're being honest, they've been a failure the last couple of years. So it's same old City to me. There's no difference. It's just now they don't have the weight of expectation that, you know, comes with having Pep as your manager and comes with having a Rodri in the team, Ballon d'Or winner, whoop-de-whoop. Now they can just be trash in peace. And I feel like they're going to be the same team. The whole, like, they're not going to challenge thing is a little bit ridiculous because even while they've been terribly understaffed and unmotivated in the last 2 years, they've been there or thereabouts. I think they'll be there or thereabouts again. Are they going to win it? Absolutely not. I just don't think they have the cojones anymore. They're not the same team. But I think they'll be there or thereabouts. And I think my main takeaway from the Community Shield was more so scary Arsenal, good Arsenal, be afraid everybody, and City, you know, they're the same. They're the same. Nothing's changed. Still a bald manager, still fucking around on the pitch. Sorry, Adams.
I know Adams is gonna duck off pay for that one. over to you, Riam. I think kind of similar line of question. I know the last episode, Riam actually has Man City winning the league next season, and you know, not saying you should change your prediction.
Hold on. I'll take that bet with you, Riam, right now.
No. Listen.
Take my watch off.
You're gonna catch a nasty ego boost from me in a second. You specifically, Uzo.
Let me land. So, Riam, yeah. I'm sure you watched the game. Not asking you about your prediction, but more so, what was your takeaway from, you know, because we've seen teams lose Community Shield and go to win the title, right? There's even something known as a Community Shield curse. So it's not like, oh yeah, like they should pull down the panic button. But what was your assessment from what you watched on pitch from Man City?
Well, you boys know me. After 5 years of discussing ball, you'll know I'm a bit of a prisoner of the moment at times, and perhaps reactionary at times. And I gotta say, I'm gonna take back my prediction of City winning the league.
7 days in.
Hey, bro, ready? We're ready for that int, bro.
No, hold on. Adams, please. We need a graphic. Riam's title prediction. from August 11th to August 17th. RIT. We need that on the tombstone, please. The shortest title prediction reign of all time.
Bro, they haven't even kicked. Game week 1 hasn't even been played.
But did you know what? I saw on Sunday, and actually I need to give Uzo his flowers here because there's something that stuck with me that he said. I was arguing with him last season about something, and when I took a step back, I realized actually I think he's kind of right about what he was saying, which was when Liverpool got rid of Klopp and Slot came in, we won the league the following season. But the reason I feel we won the league is we changed next to nothing. As soon as Slot started implementing his ideas and started playing his football, and that as a result, Salah got benched, Virgil wasn't, getting as open on corners anymore, then the toys went out of the pram. Then suddenly it was respect the legends, think about what we've done for the club. Now, I didn't like Slot's football for our club, but Uzo had a very good point about the level of respect and the structure that you have in a club in terms of listening to a manager and, that level of respect, that there's a difference between players and a manager. And I can't see this crop of City players giving more than 6 months of patience to Enzo Maresca. I really can't. I say this because if you look at guys like Ruben Diaz, he's won, 4 titles for City, Champions League. Rodri was a Ballon d'Or winner and a Champions League, was scored a winner in the final, 4 leagues. He's gone now. Bernardo Silva, who had 2 extra titles, he's gone. Pep Guardiola, the guy that's won all of the leagues, he's gone. Now, KDB, he's gone. Now you're left with guys like Elliot Anderson, who I very much like. He's 23 years old. He's had 1 European season. You can't replace that kind of experience that Rodri has. I think they're going to go and sign Buadi now, the 18-year-old who has the Amrabat's cameo for Morocco in the World Cup. Like there's no experience there. And if I were to advise Enzo Maresca, and it's the antithesis of how he plays, just give the ball to Haaland. That's the only way you're going to be in a title race this season.
Well,
just give the ball to Haaland, and it's not going to happen. There's too many cooks in the kitchen.
The hardest thing to do now is to get him the ball.
I know, and who they've got Shirky. Well, you're going to upset Foden if he doesn't play. Foden just signed a 360 a couple days ago. I don't know what is going on, but yeah, shortest title prediction ever. 6 days.
That was what 6 days.
6 days. The club's a mess.
They didn't even get to kick the ball, but I want to echo those points. The touch economy from Zolis. Who needs Vinny? Who needs Vinny? And I think that brings us to
okay. Hold on. When he said, I want to echo Uzo's point, there was a full stop after touch economy. I will not be associated with anything that came
out. I think we haven't had a chance to discuss. I guess you can call it the transfer saga of the summer, right? Is
saga.
Vinicius Junior. Depending on who you ask, it felt like it was a saga, or maybe it wasn't. But I think there's no place to start with than George when it comes to Vinicius Junior. Off camera, I think one thing about George and I is we hardly agree on things, and I think that's what makes our friendship so fun. Is we usually occasionally agree on certain things, but we always disagree on a lot of things. I think this is one of the things that we disagree on, and I feel like we aren't able to get each other's point across, which is why we have this forum, right, where we can discuss, and maybe even people in the comments can help us out, right? So with Vinny Jr., right, George, which at this point in his career, right, which team do you think would help him more, Real Madrid or Arsenal?
Okay, well, the way you twisted that question, wasn't the question I was expecting, but
legacy wise, I know that's what you want to hear. Legacy wise, right now at this point in his career, which team do you think helps him more?
Okay, the thing is, it's almost like they've given you the evidence and you just don't want to accept it. At Real Madrid, they've done everything they can for Vinny. Like they've pushed him to the highest that he can reach. Like he was literally gunning for the Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid, and this is the pinnacle of any footballer's career. Is to fight for the Ballon d'Or. I think
he didn't win it.
No, but I'm saying I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't even think Arsenal can do that for any player. What player in Arsenal history, even when they were doing?
Oh, we literally had Rice in Ballon d'Or conversations last season.
Do you know how many players are in Ballon?
Actually, we had him in Ballon d'Or conversations. We usually had Rice in Ballon d'Or conversations.
No, guys, this is the conversation. This between Arsenal fans. Rice should be. Rice should be. That's the conversation. But what I'm saying is, though, like in history,
I think
Real Madrid
understood. They were saying they would save Rice at the Ballon d'Or ceremony.
Bro, we literally. Okay, George, my own thing, right, is again we saw the viral clip that went around with the whole coward thing. I don't agree with that statement, right? But a part of me feels like one thing I know with big teams like Madrid, teams like even maybe somewhat Chelsea, like Man City. No, I won't even put in Man City. Madrid and maybe the Chelseas, they never really love players as much as other teams do. Like you look at a team like Madrid, right? But there are too many great players that have walked through the door that deeply and truly your career is not going to get remembered the way it should. As opposed to if you do, somebody made a good point. You can do the exact same thing you did at Madrid for the next 5 years, and the minute you kick a ball wrong, man, they are going to chew your ears out. But you do one good season at some Premier League teams, you can get a statue built. Bro, we have cats talking about Wenger and Arteta legacy. Huh? After one Prem, like that's the kind of league we have, right? And outside of even all of that, our league is actually crying out for some kind of superstar. We have none right now. Haaland has done his America gimmick. I don't know if you guys saw his tweets after the competition. Bro, this nice guy gimmick, bro. I don't know what it is. I feel like we could have helped him in that regard. We could help him propel him to the next level. The level he's at Madrid is all well and good. He's got his money, he can keep playing. But I feel like the way we're set up and the fan base we have, we're ready to take him to that next level, in my opinion. And I see Uzo shaking his head. I'm gonna come down to you, Uzo. I just have one question for you. Did at any point during this saga, did you ever think he was coming to Arsenal?
The only thing shorter than this so-called saga was Rain's prediction. But at no point did I think. I mean, if we're being objective, right? The whole thing it stunk of agent manipulation, wanting to get a pay rise. Because even with the initial report, Ornstein made sure to say it's been approved at all levels on the Arsenal side, right? It was always like Arsenal have this interest. They know, they're aware. They know that Vinny hasn't signed his contract. They know they want to tempt him. They want block. There was never a Vinny is interested in leaving. Vinny's focus has always been Madrid, give me what I'm worth. Boom, right? So I think what happened was because Arsenal were alerted to the to the situation, and we're willing to take advantage of should the opportunity arise. The story itself kind of grew legs because I feel like Winston, the only two things he ever said was that, and then he came back and said Vinny's kind of leaning towards renewing. Everything in the middle was a whole bunch of ITKs who had never said a word about Vinny until Ornstein dropped his bomba, starts saying all kinds of random stories. Now, where I'll temper everything is Arsenal fans were right to be excited. They were right to do everything they did. Whoop-de-woo. If I got linked with Vinny, I'd be doing the same thing. All of our fans, we make up links and then we do crazy things. They had a legitimate link. I'm going crazy. But where I feel like Arsenal fans have lost the plot is we were also right to come back and dunk. Like, yeah, you did that complete tour of like celebration before you signed him. We're right to come back and say, "Where's Vinny?"
No, and I
thought it was in red hearts.
I always hold my hand up. I never run away from a dunk session. Vinny for sure has a hitter in me, but I would never run away from a dunk session. But I won't lie, I think it was very much fun to
dream.
Like that kind of player. Even just maybe to be honest with these transfer things, you never really know, right? Because you're right. Austin really only dropped our interest, and then saying that he was leaning towards the renewal if whatever the number. Because some of the numbers I saw, this is truthfully, I don't even know if we have that amount of money to give one person. I was seeing figures as high as 500K and 100% image right. Like, that's and then another part of me too is our manager was sweating for Aubameyang.
It seems like by the reports he was driving for this.
But I'm saying, like, we saw how he dealt with one superstar.
I mean, Bruno and Vinny, that would have been. Let's not question the fit. It would have worked.
No, it would have been.
I feel like even George, as much of a hater as he is, if he went to Arsenal, he would be on here predicting Arsenal to win the league and Champions League immediately. It would have worked 100%.
Bruno and Vinny for sure. I don't think I would know how to act.
Saka would have mysteriously healed his hamstring. He would have played all 38.
And then we now have Zoli.
He won every game. What?
They were going to rip the number 7 from Saka as well.
Hey, no, you know what? I didn't subscribe to that message.
Apparently,
What I
Arsenal
subscribed
don't love
to,
their players though.
what
And Arsenal
what
love their players.
what
They're
I
willing to strip the 7 off his back.
what Riam, what I subscribed to was ripping the 14 off of Joker and rip the 7 off of Saka. I give the 14 to Saka. That was what I subscribed to. But I think the different question for Riam before we go into kind of the whole point of episode of Game Week 1 is Riam. I mean, we semi spoke about it after the podcast last night. Uzo wasn't around. Was the lack of good wingers in the league, and I wanted to ask you, outside of Haaland, who do you think, or maybe even with Haaland included, who do you think are the faces of the Premier League this season?
So I'll say quickly, I surveyed this question around some different people this week, and they were all shocked as to how poor the standard of left wingers are. It's bad. Face of the league. Good luck, George. We got Bruno, I think.
Bruno, he was waiting.
Oh, he was waiting. That's why I asked. I think
we got Virgil still. Virgil might be. Saka. I think Saka as well. We don't have any clear cut. This is not like the era where we had Salah, Kane, Son.
Yeah, I think these next seasons are really going to shape up because like the league right now, and again, this is me being very objective. I have my Arsenal hat off. I think for the first time in a long time, like the league is at a place where every fan base can somewhat have a dream of winning the league.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Obviously, you have a favorite, just like every other season who can win the league. But I think like everyone can somewhat dream. Like it's not far-fetched for United fans to feel like they can win the league. It's not far-fetched for Liverpool, even Tottenham. Like it's not something that you think of and you're like, no, it can't happen. Like let's say Pep, like when Pep was around, it was like, yeah, you need 92 points. Right now, that's kind of this Arsenal team. I don't think we're a 90+ point team. We're going to drop the odd point here and there. I mean, you've seen our attack. So I'm like, the next few years can really, really stamp one or two people, right, into being the face of the league. You have all these young players. You have all these strange guys like Igor Thiago that he looks like on paper, he's the second best striker. I don't know if you guys saw the clip from their preseason game.
Oh, great cross. Great cross. Insane.
Cross. Nah.
He's still a Brazilian at Brentford at the end of the day. We joke and say that, he only scores in the games. George, he's still a Brazilian.
Those are the kind of clips that if you showed George, he would have been on football, already working out the transfer. Now I'm saying, like,
I've always said his problem is just that he's unattractive. And that's actually like, it literally it's the same reason Brian Mbeumo never got any interest for like so many years when he's bald and he's 25. It didn't make any sense. Again, just don't be bald, don't be unattractive, and be anything you want.
Bald and first name is Igor. Like this,
he was up against.
They didn't even give him some saucy Brazilian name. Like Krupi is already balding, but a name like Krupi, just know this one can play.
Krupi kind of looks like Mbappe a little bit, like it's like facially, like he has that young French.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like bro,
he looks like he's better than he really is.
But we are all older than Thiago on this podcast.
Allegedly,
and he looks like he's older than all of us. But
anyway, the league thing, though, I feel like the league is not as it's not as bad as like I start to think of names, right? And I'm like, okay, we still got Bruno, right? That's still a name. We still got Haaland. We still got Saka. We still got Rice. We still got
Rice as well, yeah.
We still got like it or hate it or love it. We still got Cole Palmer. He's still a big name.
we have Palmer.
Like when I hear you guys should spend some time talking to like La Liga fans, right? And like listen to the names that they say when they think of our league. That's kind of what helps me.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like Cole's one of the big names. It's like,
really?
Because
they say Foden.
Foden too. I mean, he's not had the best 2 years, but I mean, he's still a name you have to throw out there.
I think all the big six teams are like 2 to 3 players away from having complete 11s of good quality, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's anybody's. You're right. It's anybody's league. I feel
Like, I
like.
look at like for example, Isak, right, got robbed by injury last year.
Mm,
But that's somebody that was trending towards being the face of the league, made the move,
Right.
then
Yup.
gets killed by injury. And in the same way, Foden, like he had the injury battle season. I feel like you just need one consistent good season, and there's a few names that can be right back on the bubble. Cole's one of them. He
Yeah,
injury hit
Cole has a
season,
good season.
kind of a little bit drop off. They're one good season, one title, dare I say, from being back in
So
those
true.
conversations.
so true.
Yeah. No, I mean that's kind of why we love this sport, right? And I think it's why we're all looking forward to the season because it's nice going to the season.
Finally dream again. Oh,
Yeah, like where you
I
can.
would pour one out for Pep, by the way. All right, Pep, man. Get the hell out of our league. Get the hell out of our league, man.
I poured multiple ones for the dead homie. Happy to have him out. Happy to be the one. George, we ran him out of the league, bro.
No, Thank
Hey,
you
George.
for your service.
A wise man once said, "Eras come to an end." He was Moses. He didn't get to cross to the promised land.
Ten Hag said it. You guys laughed.
So it didn't, man. He doesn't tell you who was ending the era. But
Exactly. He never said he was.
Does he still have a job?
Bro, that guy. Last season he was at Bayer Leverkusen. He played like 2 games. They fired the guy, bro.
Anyway, when we start talking about jobs, Adams might leave what he's doing to come. But really quickly, because we have about 5 minutes left. I'm going to go through all the games, and everybody, quick fire. Let me know your predictions. So we're going to start with Arsenal Coventry. It will be me, Riam, George, Uzo. We'll go the same way. So Arsenal Coventry, I think 3-0 to the Arsenal.
I've got 4-1. Lampard coaching. I think they'll score 1.
Yeah, it's easy Arsenal win. 3-0, clean sheet.
4-0.
4-0. All right, we'll go to Hull City, Man United. Hull City fresh meats. I'm going 3-1.
3-0 clean sheet.
Yeah, I actually think this is just gonna be a 1-0 win.
1-0.
1-0. Then I don't see us.
I don't know what Hull has, but yeah.
Nobody. Ollie McBurney.
Yeah, no, they are.
See that guy? You see that? He scored on us. He's one of those guys that will score random.
I think 1-0. I think
1-0.
I think
1-0 to all right. So go to Everton, Crystal Palace. I'm leaning.
I thought we're just doing the big 16. We're doing every team.
Yeah, we'll go down. Spurs is game week 1. You know, Adams is a Sunderland fan, so we need to go to them too. But Everton Palace, I'm going 2-1 Everton.
Going 1-1. They just swapped McNeil and Brennan Johnson. It's the custody match.
Yeah, Mateta is still there. Sa is still there. I think Crystal Palace wins. I would say 2-1 Crystal Palace.
Surprisingly, I think Everton will miss having Grealish. I think he was a big part of how exciting their attack was even last year. Replacing Grealish with Brennan Johnson was still like you just got robbed.
I can't hear you.
Let's say I'm going 2-2. I'm going 2-2.
That's the first draw on the table. So we go Ipswich Sunderland. I think 2-0 Sunderland.
2-0 Sunderland.
Yeah, Ipswich just got promoted.
They play good ball though.
Sunderland 3-0.
3-0.
3. Wow.
Yeah,
All right, come on. Let's
Who's home?
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Oh, I'm going 1-1.
1-1. All right.
Yeah.
Then Forest Leeds. Forest Leeds, I think, would be my first draw. I'll go 2-2.
Gonna go 2-0 Leeds.
2-0 Leeds.
That's more like it.
Yeah, I think Leeds are decent, and I think they have Trafford in there. Trafford's actually really good keeper. 1-1.
1-1.
Oh, I'm going 3-1 Leeds. No Elliot Anderson. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to that Forest team. Good luck to them.
Fernandez is at West Ham. Never mind.
We have Brentford Tottenham. First game London Derby. I'm going 2-2.
This is a classic 3-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Tottenham. Yeah, they always win the first game. I mean,
It's always against Brentford as well.
Wait, is the game in London?
no, it's at Brentford's home.
It's Brentford's GTAC.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who
that's
does Brentford
what I'm
have?
going. That's what I'm going 2-2.
Okay, Spurs win 2-0.
I'm going 2-0 as well.
2-0. All right, then we
I think Richie's good enough for that. Like we'll get it.
All right,
Last year they were the only team I think we beat home and away.
Oh, it's them. Oh, that's interesting.
Frank, actually, I know.
That's actually interesting. All right, then we have Brighton, Aston Villa. I think that's looking like 2-0 Brighton.
Going 0-0.
0-0.
Nah, 1-0 Villa.
It's
I
just
like that
all the injuries they've had. I know that new boy, he's injured.
Yeah.
Manzambi, he is so good.
Maju.
Oh, Majo. Right, okay.
Just had a bunch of injuries after that Super Cup. Like two players out. But yeah,
Watkins out. They sold Rogers. I don't know.
Brighton, Villa.
Yeah, 1-0 Villa now.
1-0 George. How about you, Uzo?
2-1. 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. All right. Now, Man City Bournemouth, the rematch of the game that won me the league. I'm trying to behave myself here, so I'll go 2-1 Man City.
1-1.
1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's 3-0. After that loss to Arsenal, and it's 3-0 to Manchester City.
I'm going 4-0 steady. I think Bournemouth have lost too much, lost the coach, lost Krupi to injury. They haven't been active in the market really. So
That's true.
yeah, I'm going 4-0. And Maresca, like for whatever you want to say about him, he beats up on the little guys. So for sure.
All right. And I think maybe the game of the weekend, not really the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the weekend, but a fixture that has been very, 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 very good the last couple of years is Newcastle Liverpool. Both have new managers. Newcastle have just gotten eaten up, food chained. I want to go 3-1 Liverpool here.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yes, man, 3-0 Liverpool.
I almost said 7. I'm trying to think of a number that would be high.
Bro, because Newcastle.
I mean, Newcastle might be fielding me and George in that game.
Bro.
There was a tweet that was showing their new jersey, and it was what's the tall striker?
Walter
Baltimore. And someone was like, "This is not a jersey reveal. This is actually the full squad."
And I think
That's everybody they got. It's terrible.
Send him out on loan, but yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna go 4-0. I don't.
Wow.
You can't win in this league. No, you cannot. This league is serious, please.
Yeah,
they're
jokes too much. Joelinton might actually become a striker again. But anyway, now the last game of the week, Monday game, Fulham Chelsea. Adams, shout out Adams. I think this is a nice 3-0 Chelsea. Xabi and his former team. Yep. But I think it's a 3-0 Chelsea.
I'm going another 4-1 Chelsea.
I don't know why everybody believes in Chelsea. This is a 1-0 Fulham game, bro. I'm trying to tell
Really?
you.
All right.
I'm not a Chelsea believer. I haven't even since last season. I'm not a Chelsea believer. I can't. I think it's 1-0 Fulham.
I'm a Xabi believer. It's 3-1 Chelsea. Arbeloa, welcome to the league moment.
Yeah.
That is my fraud manager of the year. I'm already calling it early. That guy, he has fraud written all over him. He's going to get slapped up 100%. You know what's so funny? Like, we're going through every fixture. I'm like, oh, that team has a new manager. Oh, that team has a new manager. Oh,
yeah, everybody has.
I might be the.
It's hard to predict this year.
I might be the 10th most longest reigning manager in the league as we speak. Jeez.
Adams has managed just longer than some guys.
more than half the league. 100%.
Anyway, we'll see how the first week goes. I think this is something we're going to do a lot this season is give our predictions, and occasionally somebody's going to get clipped for giving a prediction that was far, far left from what happened. And I guess our fun question of the week, which kind of already answered itself, was which prediction will we laugh back on in May? Riam already served up himself, so we can skip that. But we do look forward to you guys interacting with our content. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave us something in there. George is always looking. Occasionally, I'm also looking. Whenever Uzo pisses you off, please let him know. But we're gonna catch you guys same time next week. Everyone, peace.